It's been a week today since I was sitting in this room doing videos thinking that it was the last hours of my life while my family sat crying outside of this room waiting to spend those last hours of my life with me. It's been a week now. When I was once again giving those last hours of what I thought were the last hours of my life to you. I've done 12 videos since then. This is my 13th, helping you to understand what God has helped me to understand about why He didn't send for me to be taken that night, even though that marked the completion of the 1260 days. I've done videos teaching you that God has extended grace in not giving me that information, because I would have shared that information with you. He's extended grace to you, and He's also extended testing. And in that day, in the days leading up, I received messages from people saying, "I love you so much, sister. I'm so sorry I wasn't here to trudge with you. I have no excuse." I've had conversations with people who referred to them, all those disobedient people, all those people who are deceived, while they set themselves up as one who was not, as though they were obedient, as though they were assembling and returning to God and discerning the things I said. I received messages and spoke with people, made time to speak with people who were fervently and feverishly trying to get their foot in the door when they thought that there was only hours left. And now that you guys understand, now that I've shared with you what God has shared with me, that the latter half, if it's a half, the latter half of the 7-year period has to match the first half of the 7-year period in order to make it a half when the witnesses die. So that now we understand that there are actually 30 days between the time that they complete their testifying and the time they die. Now that we understand that, no one has come back to discern, to share their testimony, to trudge, to do the things that they claimed they were sorry for not doing. And I was taking this up with God today, and I was remembering that it felt kind of weird to say to people who hadn't been here, who were saying, "I love you so much. Love you so much, sister," to say I love you too. Not because I don't, but because I've demonstrated my love, and you guys think that words make that true. You haven't demonstrated anything but the fact that you don't have love in you. That's what you've demonstrated. And I want to tell you something. It hurt the first time you did it, the first time you didn't trudge, the first time you didn't discern, the first time you didn't share your testimony or assemble with us or do any of the things that people who have the spirit of love in them do. It hurt the first time you did it. How much more do you think it hurts the second time? Your abandonment and betrayal and lies. You're liars. You guys are liars. You're disgusting liars. John 13, verse 36, Simon Peter asked Him, "Lord, where are you going?" Jesus replied, "Where I'm going you cannot follow now, but you will follow later." Peter asked, "Lord, why can't I follow you now? I will lay down my life for you." Then Jesus answered, "Will you really lay down your life for me? Very truly I tell you, before the rooster crows, you'll disown me 3 times. John 21, verse 15, when they had finished eating, Jesus said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" "Yes, Lord," he said, "you know that I love you." Jesus said, "Feed my lambs." Again Jesus said, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" He answered, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus said, "Take care of my sheep." The third time he said to him, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Peter was hurt because Jesus asked him the third time, "Do you love me?" He said, "Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you." Jesus said, "Feed my sheep. Very truly I tell you, when you were younger, you dressed yourself and went where you wanted. But when you are old, you will stretch out your hands and someone else will dress you and lead you where you do not want to go." Jesus said this to indicate the kind of death by which Peter would glorify God. And then he said to him, "Follow me." Peter was in a better position than you guys. He actually gave everything up to follow Jesus. You guys think you're so righteous because you came in the last hours of what we thought was my life to say I'm sorry and to say I love you. It is so superficial and disgusting the way that you guys act, and the fact that you think that you belong to God acting that way. You haven't discerned anything. You haven't come back to say, you know what, I took up the things that you said, Carrie, about why it is that God is doing this way, and here's what he said to me. Where is God in you? Where is he? I don't see the fruit of that. I don't see the fruit of people who recognize that by God giving you those extra 30 days when you were feverishly and desperately trying to get your foot in the door, that him extending an extra 30 days for you to actually do the things that at the last minute you were trying to do so desperately. I don't see that you have any understanding about the love and long-suffering patience of God at all. At all. You're just wicked, hardened people. I don't even know that you can be saved. You're wicked, hardened people. Idolaters. You listen to people on YouTube as idols. You don't go back and discern anything with God. How can you claim that you belong to him? It's true what the word says. You know, in Isaiah 33, that the covenant is broken and its witnesses are despised. No one is respected. It's at that point, like we're there. And how God says, now I will rise. And then in Micah 7, verse 4, he says, the day God visits you has come, the day your watchmen sound the alarm. Now is the time of your confusion. Do not trust in a neighbor. Put no confidence in a friend. Even with the woman who lies in your embrace, guard the words of your lips. For a son dishonors his father, a daughter rises up against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the members of his own household. I don't trust you people. I don't trust you at all. The only reason I continue to speak is because God requires me to. But I don't trust you. I don't trust your hearts for God, and I don't trust your hearts for me. And you are no longer welcome to email me questions. Do not email me at the end of those 30 days. I will not respond to you. I will continue to speak the warnings that God requires me to speak. I will continue to speak my testimony. Don't come to me. You go to God. Don't ask me for anything. I have nothing else to give you. You have used me incorrectly, and that is completely clear. That you have used me as some idol, and you haven't gone back to God and discerned any of this or felt any responsibility to give back. So I'm done. From here on out, I will do what God has set me apart to do, and that is to warn and to share my testimony of the covenant. I was willing to give you the last hours of my life. You guys are sick. Those telling me that you love me, you're sick. Love is expressed in actions. And I know that this is the way that you treat God. How was it so difficult to watch me give up everything that I had as a testimony to you and as a witness to you that this is what God requires and this is his covenant? And that, yeah, it's hard, but I'll do it before you so that when it comes time for you to have to do it, you can take courage, you can take faith, you can take strength in what I've done. Is that not love? But you couldn't even be there alongside me? You couldn't even come alongside me to trudge and discern these things? You are going to go into a fire like no other. Now you have no excuse because you were face to face with what you should have done. You were face to face with what you were sorry for. You were face to face with knowing that you were going to lose me here and that the Antichrist was going to rise, and God gave you 30 more days. He gave you 30 more days, and you still did the same thing. That's who you are. That's who you are. And don't come around here at the last minute trying to pretend you're someone different, because I see you for who you are. I see what's in your heart. You are exactly what God said you would be, lovers of self. This is exactly what God testified, that you would despise the witnesses, that you would not listen to his prophets because you do not listen to him. That's who you are. Do y'all realize that the word says that those who deny God's name, what he's doing, his will, his purpose, that those who deny that Jesus is the Son of God, and listen, if you admit that Jesus is the Son of God, don't you need to give him his rights to you so that he can use you in his name? What you're doing right now is denying his name. Do you not realize that? You deny his name by refusing to share your testimony, by refusing to discern, by refusing to assemble, by refusing to trudge with his servants. You've denied his name. You have denied the faith. You are an unbeliever. What does he call those who deny that Jesus is the Son of God? Because if he's the Son of God, then everything that he says is required, isn't it? You've denied him. You have denied his name. You have denied his will. You have denied his commands. Don't come over here trying to align yourself with me at the last minute so that you can feel better about yourself talking about all of them. Those unbelievers. You are an unbeliever. That's what your fruit has been.